Hey, welcome to 23 Degrees Sideways. Today we're going to talk just a little bit about do it and do it now. And, this actually comes up from some comments. I'm getting comments on my videos. It's like crazy. Apparently I'm also at 555 subscribers as I record this, which is also crazy. Hopefully I'll be looking back at this in a year and laughing at everyone and being like, haha, do you remember when I only had 500 subscribers? But we'll see. So, one of the commenters was talking about being in a house, having bought a house 11 years ago and thinking about going back to the sailing dream because he bought a house instead. And there's something that I say often. I'm not the only one who says this. There's a whole crew of people who are very positively oriented about life experience on the Liveaboard Reddit and the cruising Reddit. There's a sailboat cruising Reddit. Subreddit, and there's also sailing subreddit and boating, and liveaboard conversations happen all over. And I don't mean to focus on the Reddit part. It's just that this is where I get the most of the meat for the weird videos. Like sometimes it's really fun. As you can tell, the boat is rocking. We're having Navy ship wakes today. So, I'm not getting run over by a aircraft carrier though. Also a topical thing at the moment as I record this. So there's this common thing that we say, and it's just this little crew of us who are very positively oriented, and that is do it now. Do it now. And what this means is if you really want to do something with a boat, if you want to get a sailboat, if you want to get a power cruiser, whatever it is you want to do, go ahead, do it. And do it now. Don't wait. Don't like 10 years from now, 20 years from now, whatever. Maybe you're not in a position where you want to give up your job. You have family, you have dogs, like 7 dogs, and you don't want to put 7 dogs on a boat, Although I met a guy cruising the loop on a sailboat. So mast down when you go through the canals and stuff, mast up coming down the ICW or up the ICW in his case. And it's really crazy, and he's on a 30-foot boat, and he has 5 dogs, which is, man, can you imagine the potty breaks? Like 30-foot boat is not a very big place to have all of the stuff for that many dogs, and that's a lot of dogs. They're not all small dogs either, just 2 of them are. So anyway, you can do it, but if you have kids and 7 dogs, and you're not ready to go full-time and whatever, that's fine. Still, do it now. I'm not trying to say make excuses and half-ass your way through life. Like, if it's time to cut the cord and go try it for a couple of years, just do it. But, if what you need to do is get or build a 19 or 24-foot boat and, try to spend the night on it on the weekends, or buy a used 30-foot sailboat that you're going to fix up, and you're going to spend the weekends on it with, your girlfriend or your husband or whatever, like, go ahead and do that. If you're going to go full-time, go full-time, but do it now. Don't wait. You can do it at any level, but don't get yourself trapped into I did it and now I'm not doing it kind of thing. Like, you'll have a person who will buy a trailer sailor. That's a sailboat that goes on a trailer, park it in the driveway, and then never go out and do stuff. There's any number of reasons. One, you parked it in your driveway, so every time you go out to try to do any work on the boat, it's going to be horrible, hot, dry, awful, no ventilation, no wind flow, whatever. It's a 3-hour, 4-hour, 8-hour process to get it into the water, so you don't do it very often, all this stuff. Don't do it and then not do it. So if you're gonna trailer sail, make sure that you know how to do it. Make sure you pick the right boat to do it with. You may end up wanting to go a little smaller than you thought because you have to put up the mast. You may want to go with something silly like, a catch rig that's 2 masts on a 20-foot boat, and the masts are only 18 feet tall, and you have all these silly strings and stuff for tiny sails, and you don't go very fast. But you can put this masts up by yourself and you get to feel all shippy and piratey while you're hanging out. So bonus, you're doing it. The whole point here is to do it when you do it. So do it now, but make sure that you do it in a way that you're doing it. If you buy a boat at a marina that's a 2-hour drive away, that's fine. Commit to doing the weekend condo thing. Commit to going out on Fridays twice a month. Maybe 3 weeks a month, maybe every weekend of the month. I've been to several marinas where, you know, you're cruising through, you stop at a marina for like 3 or 4 days, and you meet people who do that. There are people everywhere who they have these long-term relationships, friends, couples and families that are friends with each other, and they've been going to the same marina at the same slip every weekend for like 20 years. You know, they might miss a weekend if they're traveling for the holidays, but they go every weekend. That's what they do. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they are at their boat, relaxing, enjoying it. That's fine. That's part of do it now. Do it in a way that makes it work so that you're doing it. I would rather pay a little more to be at a marina where I'm going to go than to pay a lot less at a marina I'm going to visit once every 2 months if I'm, you know, living in a house and driving to the marina. So that's a consideration. You know, another one is, again, with the trailer boat, get something that you're going to be comfortable with putting in the water. Or, alternatively, get something where you're going to put it in the water for 6 months, 9 months, and only take it out for storage. That's fine too. But again, do it now. Maybe that for you means a car top boat where you just go out for the afternoons. Okay, do it. That's fine. You know, there's a whole crew, there's a whole community, there's this whole worldwide segment of a growing sport of dinghy cruising. And these are sailing dinghies, but they're not like little dinghies. They're not like race dinghies. They're built a little heavier, and they're designed so that you can, you know, put a tent over the boom and sleep on it like a tent, like you're camping in a tent at night. And that's a great thing, you know. And you go find these little bays and these little lakes, and you go sail around, and you can anchor in like a foot of water and sleep on your boat, and it's really cool. You know, shallow draft. They're not quite car toppable, but these are mostly things that you can drag up and down a beach in a cradle, 2 wheels, like a wheelbarrow kind of thing, with 2 people if you really have to. It's easier to use a trailer, but you know, if you have to, you can manhandle them down. You know, 600 pounds of boat, 700 pounds of boat. That's maybe 400 pounds of boat. It's not like you can't put that on 2 wheels and move it around. So, you know, you're not going to put it on top of your car because it's going to be a little bit too much for that. Excuse me. So think about that. Think about the things that allow you to do it. If you're a powerboat type of person instead of a sailboat type of person, no problems with that. Then, you know, look at whether or not you want a 18-foot cuddy cabin instead of a maxing out with a 27-foot center console that requires you to buy a new truck to be able to tow it. You know, if you're going to trailer, make the trailering part as easy as possible. That's probably a really good part of the doing it part of do it and do it now. If you can put a boat in a slip near where you live and go visit it and spend time on it, man, make it homey, make it fun. Do it now. If you have an interest in this, do it now. Don't wait. Start looking, start shopping, start sailing. You can always get on a race crew. Start going out and doing stuff. Just do things, all right? That's it. This is a relatively short video, but it's a really important message. The biggest thing you can do is actually start. If you have an interest in this, just do it. Do it now. If that means going full on and living aboard, great, do it. If it means baby steps, great, do it. You'd be surprised how often those baby steps turn into living aboard if you really want to do it. Do it now. Stay sideways.